Hi, I'm Doug with Open Genealogy Data. Thank you for helping transcribe census names. To get started, go to the Open Genealogy Data website. The address is opengendata.org. Then click on the Transcribe menu item. If your browser window is small or if you're on a mobile device, the menu might be collapsed into this little icon with 3 stacked lines. Click that to see the menu and then select Transcribe. Okay, now you can choose how you want the system to assign you a census page. For example, you might want a census page from near your current location or from near a specific county. Let's go ahead and do that. When the status page comes up showing which counties have images available, click on the county you prefer, then click the link that says Transcribe records near this place. In this case, I've been assigned Roll 396, Image 719 in Idaho. As you can see, it says I'm transcribing as a guest. If you want the system to keep track for you how much you transcribe, before you start, go ahead and click the link to log in or create an account on the Historic Journals site if you don't have one yet, or just go ahead and transcribe as a guest if you prefer. My controls are up here at the top of the page, followed by a section with instructions. Once I've read them and I'm familiar with them, I can hide them or show them again if I need to by clicking this button. Then we have the image of the names that we're going to transcribe with a little bit of extra context to help us figure out what they are if they're hard to read, and the fields that we enter the names in. So I'm going to go ahead and start transcribing the names as I see them using the same capitalization and punctuation and spelling. Now in this case, I can't tell exactly what that name is. It looks like it might be Thursa or Thurna, maybe even Teresa. It's really hard to read and I'm not sure that I've got it right. If you're not sure that you've got a name right, click on the question mark to turn it red. Don't type wildcard characters like stars, dots, dashes, or question marks within the name to represent letters that you can't read. Just go ahead and do your best to transcribe the name as you see it, and then click the question mark to indicate that you're not sure. Usually, last names are only written for the head of each family, and other family members just have a line or ditto marks or space in front of their given names. If the last name isn't written on the line you're actually working on, type a single minus sign followed by a single space as a placeholder for the last name. Then type the given names as they're written. If you happen to be on a mobile device and the minus key is not easy to access, you can use the button to the left of the input field for convenience. It'll insert a minus followed by a space for you. Once in a while you might come across names that have special characters in them, like the N with a tilde over it. So this button right here has some of the most common ones, so you can just copy and paste them if you need to for convenience. For efficiency, the transcription form only shows parts of the page, but sometimes it's helpful to take a look at the full image, especially if the census taker didn't stay within the lines. For example, a quick look at the full image for this page makes it clear that the first name really is Ray, like I transcribed it, instead of something else like Kay, which technically it could have been. It can sometimes also be helpful to look at the previous page or the next page to get more context. I'll go ahead and continue transcribing this page, and in the interest of time I'll speed through it real quick. Any lines that don't have names on them, just go ahead and leave blank. And then when you're done with the page, just click on Names Complete, and it'll be added to the database with the next update. Now let me just mention a couple of things you might come across. First, you might be assigned pages that don't have any names to transcribe on them, either because they're blank forms or because they're what are called title boards or targets, images that visually mark the beginning of different sections of the microfilm. You can just click Names Complete on these blank or target images to submit them as complete. Second, you might come across images with problems, or that you just don't want to deal with. Maybe the field rectangles didn't align properly, the image was cropped wrong, it's too dark or too light to read, or maybe the penmanship is just bad enough that you don't want to deal with it. Just click Decline Page for these images and they'll go to someone else, and we'll personally review images that keep getting declined by different transcribers. Well, that's really all there is to transcribing names. Thank you for participating in this project and helping make it a success.